particular partnership spanning the years, at least 10 years that I can remember. MTN, you can see that whenever the Ghana Black Stars are having their training jerseys, you see MTN boldly inscribed in the middle. So they've been partnering the Black Stars for quite some time now. So I'm sure the terms would definitely be fulfilled. Otherwise, we would not see the reason why they'll be renewing their shared patronage with the Black Stars. Landlord, let me hear your thoughts on this one.
Well, Nana, as I said earlier when you asked me what is going on in the news, I think it's a very good call for Ghana football and also the national teams in all. Benito have said it all, but I'll just add up to it, say they should share this money very well. The reason being is Blaster, we've seen Blaster, DBR Blaster, giving attention to Blaster. As a woman being, as we sit here, if you are married and you don't give attention to your wife, you know what will happen.
Landlord always has
what will happen?
Different ways.
What will happen?
In CHA for the BC. Yeah. And even if you are in a relationship and you don't give more attention to your partner, you see that those boys, the loyalty boys will just come around and
who are the loyalty boys?
You will get them crossed. So I think it's a very good call. It's a very good one. And I think we've seen the WAFCON tournament that ended recently. I think when we put in more money into the ladies, and it's going to be very, very good and fantastic. So I think it's a very good call. And the under-20s, now that when you see the ladies team, now it's only about Black Queens. These days we don't see the under-20s, the under-17s, but I remember this girl, Mukaramba Abdullahi. Where is she now? In the under-20 tournament, we saw her. Where is she now? So at times it's all about money. So when we pop money into it, because now $2 million is a huge amount of money. So I think they should just do something for, how do you call it? The women's league, the women's team. For that one, that is what I want to base. And then even this money can be used for so many things, such as sporting facilities. Look at what Manchester United has done at their training ground, very massive. So most of the times when these players come from abroad, I'm about better hotels, which we will pay for it again. So when we use some of this money to build these hotels and facilities like this now, the income will still come back to the GFA and the Ministry of Youth and Sport. So I think one thing I would say that they should use the money wisely and they should share it according to how the partnership, the package in the city, the men's football team, the women's football team. It's unfortunate that I thought Ghana Premier League was supposed to be part, but all the same, no. I'm sure as time goes on, Kurt is doing wonders, and I'm not. That's the reason why people agree to his third term. So let's hope that so many things will come on board. As we said last week Wednesday, so we're just hoping that they will use the money wisely.
We are just hoping that they're going to use the money wisely, and then another team, another group that is actually in hot water, if I can put it that way, for money matters when it comes to their pricing and how they price people, is DSTV, who we are very well vexed with, because they are the ones who feed us with international sports, which is most of us our favorites. Maybe a lot of people tend to incline to international sports, that is. And now they are going to be fined 10,000 Ghana cedis daily for failure to comply with the rules or the pricing methods, or that's what was set by the NCA for them. Benito.
Yes, and we filed this news in about a month now. How the communications minister have been engaging them over a possible reduction on their pricing and other stuff. The only thing I said when a producer, during the prep time, was that it's a good move from the National Communications Agency or Authority, because it is as though the said company, I wouldn't want to mention their name again.
Oh, it's multi-choice. It's DSTV.
Because
everybody knows.
I understand, but then they've not paid us to run advert for them.
Well, that's
you get my point. Exactly. So I wouldn't be mentioning their name on this biggest platform because I repeat, they've not paid us to run advert for them.
I understand.
Yes. So the said company, that is as though they are taking Ghanaians for granted, because I wouldn't know why in Nigeria. It is the same company, the same product you provide the same services. But then when you compare their pricing to ours is much higher than theirs. That has informed the communications minister to just engage them over the reduction. I do not know why they are still adamant on reducing their prices.
Not to cut you, but just because you mentioned Nigeria, the same company, and I just want to go through the relative price and the populations that are in different countries, and then you look at the prices. But before I go on, I remind that we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube as well. You can also send us messages 0500500421. That's the number you can send us a WhatsApp on, and we'll be kind enough to read for you. But Benito, as I was saying, let's go through the DSTV pricing, right, with every
the
country.
said company.
The said company.
Yes, I prefer using that.
Let me also use that particular term, the said company's pricing methods. Now, when we look at Ghana, Ghana has a population of 34.5 million people. Nigeria has a population of 233 million people. Yes. So clearly you realize that Nigeria are of
highly
vast,
populated.
yes.
Exactly.
But then when you look at the pricing, for premium in Ghana, it's 82.40 United States dollars. In Nigeria, the same premium is $29. So now you look at the difference, 82.4, so and then
assuming without admitting that, I do not know, but how much is the CD to the dollar?
Let's say 10.2.
Okay,
10.25.
So simple calculation. So 10.25 times 82.40 is 840.
Yes, thereabouts.
No, but why must it happen that way?
And then when you compare that to Nigeria is less than 300 cedis.
Yes. Meanwhile, it's the same 297. Yes. So approximately, let's say it's 300 cedis. So
for premium.
Exactly. So just see the difference between Ghana's price and that of Nigeria.
And mind you, we all thought maybe it's because Nigeria has a higher population and that's why their prices is lower.
It doesn't change
but
the fact that
I want to bring other countries to bear. Liberia has a population of 5.6 million people. That's in Liberia. But then when you look at the cost for premium, in Ghana it's 82.40, in Liberia it's $61. Now let's go to another country whose population is close to Ghana's population, where we have Angola. That is same Africa. Angola population of 37.9. So they are in and around the 30 millions with Ghana. But then the premium is 82.40 for Ghana, and then for Angola it's $33. So 82 or 83, and then 33, almost $50 difference.
You see,
and
so
that's
with all these facts and information, backtraces my point that they've taken us for granted for so long a time. And so personally, I in fact I should say that the Honorable Minister, that is Honorable Sam George, he has my backing. Because providing same services, you providing it's from the same company. It's not as though people in Nigeria they probably have different services, and that of people in Ghana will have the same services. Why is it that way? So I am just backing Honorable Minister. 10,000 daily. Did you say 10,000 Ghana cedis?
10,000 Ghana cedis daily.
So right after getting that money into the coffers of the Bank of Ghana or whatsoever, then normally you should just subsidize the pricing of the said company. That's all.
Landlord, I want to hear from you your thoughts on this particular one. A lot of people may say that maybe the business climate in Ghana is not the same as that in Nigeria. Maybe the number of people that are actually using the DSTV are even more than the Ghanaian population.
The number of people using the said company.
The said company,
exactly,
that is.
Exactly.
Mind you, Manon Concord.
Yes.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, Nana, I think I've been following this story for a very long time because I use DSTV in the house, and I
use the said company.
The said company.
Yes,
Sorry, the said company. But Nana, I think the Minister for Communication and the said company are not being fair to us. I'm not here to defend anyone, but Nana, I think this story, there's more to it. I did my checks, and the reason why the said company doesn't want to cut down costs is because of the taxes that they pay. In Ghana, the said company pay 22% taxes, and in Nigeria, the said company pays 7% taxes to government. So they also feel like if you want us to reduce the prices up, you should also cut down the taxes that we pay.
But usually you look at the tax, and then the tax is, let's say, 22% to 7%. But then you look at the price difference.
The reason I'm saying tax, today is Friday. On Monday, I was around Adenta with my big sister. So we went to a place to buy a food. They gave us the bill. I saw e-levy tax on the bill. Was e-levy, you're ascribing e-levy, but we are still paying tax on e-levy.
Not e-levy, but COVID levy.
God bless you.
So
COVID
when it comes to e-levy, it has been scrapped. But the COVID levy has not been scrapped because of IMF limitations.
So now I think, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is, I think they need to have a meeting again. For me, I feel like minister, it shouldn't say it's they will close down the said company. Nana, they've started the league today, and the rate people use this said company to do their work, Nana, is very high. I know people who have a said company machine, or people will come and sit, pay money and come and watch. These betting companies use it for people to come and stake their bets. Some of us, when we don't come to work, we just sit and relax and watch this said company. The said company. So I think we are begging the communication minister and also beg the said company to just come back together
and reach an agreement,
because he has given them 30 days, and that 30 days is like 1 month. You should just say, because if this thing doesn't, the both of the parties doesn't agree, that it will cause problem in this our country. And then do you know the issue right now?
Tell me.
If the said company doesn't agree to what the minister is saying now, all of us sitting here will run and go and buy it from Nigeria. So I'll purchase the said company from Nigeria. Which people are using it? I have a friend who is using Nigeria's own. I'm not spoiling, but so please, I think there's more story to it, because I did my checks. I spoke to 1 or 2 people at the said company. They said, so the reason why they are not cutting down the cost, they pay huge amount of tax on this thing, 22%, while Nigeria is paying 7%. Among all the countries around us, Ghana, the said company is paying 22% tax on this thing. So that's the reason why they are also not agreeing to what the minister is saying. So I think they should sit down on Monday and find solution to it, because we beg them.
All right, so the Honorable Minister for Communications and the said company, who do you think is right? Is it the said company or the Honorable Minister for Communications? Let us know your thoughts, your comments. 050-050-0421 is the number to text us on WhatsApp. A kind reminder that we are also streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. When you go there, you just search for Clog TV. You'll be able to watch us live. So in case you need to leave your TV sets, you don't need to leave Clog Sports. And but then we don't know who is right, whether it's the Honorable Minister or the said company. But with you, we know you're in good company. But we'll be right back after this commercial break.
How we do, M-I-M-I, Divalish, a.k.a. You know the name?
Ghana music has really been has really been doing great stuff.
Whenever Mr. Drew's on stage, it's a blast.
Are you ready to dive into the heart of entertainment? Let's Talk Stuff, where we explore the latest trends in the entertainment industry. From viral moments to hottest celebrity stars, we've got you covered.
Yes, and we are back here still on the nation's ultimate number one sports show. I'm here with Champion Benito, the champion of champions, and Isaac Oboku, aka the landlord of Ghana football. We're talking about who was right, the said company or Honorable Samnati George. But I know that you are right because you are in good company with us, and we are going to turn our attentions away from the local scene and then go internationally, where the leagues are actually starting at the moment. Case in point, Liverpool are playing against Brentford at this particular time. Bournemouth, I should say, at this particular time. And its goal is no one has scored in that particular game so far. But we'll bring you details as the game goes on. We'll give you updates as well. Who scored, what has happened, who's got the red card, who's got the yellow card. We'll share with you live on Clog Sport, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. But then let me ask you guys, the fixtures are on. We'll start with Liverpool, Bournemouth. We've seen the lineups. Let's talk about that game a little bit, landlord.
Well, and finally, today is 15th, and finally, the remote is going to be given to the men. So the handing over was done this morning by the ladies to be given the remote to be the men. And so Liverpool playing against Bournemouth, our own Antoine Semenyo is over there. So Semenyo versus Mohamed Salah. It's been a very difficult game. I saw Liverpool before the break. I was just checking on social media. I saw them complaining about a penalty and a red card, but it was unfortunate it wasn't given to them. And so this season is going to be very, very fantastic, especially on Sunday, where we'll have Arsenal traveling from London to Old Trafford. First now, we could say so Arsenal will overcome Manchester United, but with the kind of players they have in their team right now, I think it's going to be very, very, very difficult in that game. So we're just hoping that on Sunday the best team wins. So finally, 15th has come, and the Premier League has come to stay.
All right, the Premier League has really come to stay. And then when you look at Liverpool's lineup, we'll start with the goalkeepers, and then we'll talk about their new players coming in shortly. But let's look at the lineup that they are going in this particular game with. They start in goal with Alisson, and then left back they have Milos Kerkez, and then
Jeremy Frimpong
at right back, centre back Konate and Virgil van Dijk. A solid partnership those two have formed. In midfield, we would have thought that we'd see Gravenberch, but we didn't see him. It's Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Playing ahead of them is this young chap from Germany. That is Florian Wirtz.
Yes.
He's
Cody
in
Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo was on the line.
Hugo Ekitike.
Yes, that's how they're going a 4-2-3-1 approach in this particular one. Do you think they have enough firepower in the Premier League to go against this stubborn Bournemouth side?
Yes, Nana, it's a good thing for the English Premier League to have started. And I should say that matches involving Liverpool and AFC Bournemouth isn't a tough one for Liverpool. Because since 2023-2024, it's been a home and away affair for Liverpool. And one interesting fact is that since 2023-2024, matches involving Liverpool and Bournemouth has produced not less than 4 goals. So it's more or less like a game that produces enough goals. So I'm still expecting that tradition will follow suit. Just that they've played about 31 minutes
35 minutes now,
yes,
without a goal. Liverpool actually now have a corner.
Exactly. But I still believe that Liverpool, they are in the pole position to win this particular game. Most especially with their new signings. I watched them throughout their preseason during the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. Community Shield against Crystal Palace.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it was a tough one for Liverpool. But then I should say that it was just luck. They were a bit unlucky. Yes, basically. But all in all, for Dominic Szoboszlai to play ahead of Ryan Gravenberch, I think and believe that it was because of his exploit in the Community Shield. He showed how to control the midfield in as much as we have Gravenberch and other players. So with Liverpool and how they've started with their title defense, I still believe that they can do more.
Lalo, do you believe same, especially what does that also do to the confidence of Ryan Gravenberch? Because you would think that last season, arguably, he was the best midfielder in the Liverpool team. But then when you look at his performance that he's had through pre-season, you think that he was going to carry on. But then the first game of the season, the coach tells you that no, you're not good enough to be in my starting 11 for this particular.
And I think he's good enough. When I checked the lineup, if you guys could remember, Liverpool last match, he had a red card.
But just before you go on, this is one that has come. Liverpool are actually in the lead by a goal to nil. A goal scored by Hugo Ekitike in the 37th minute.
I knew it.
He has added one goal to his opening this Premier League goal scoring account.
It's a very good call for a striker like him at the turn. So I'm just hoping that the strikers near thought to move from other team. They also deliver. So now back to what we were discussing. He had a red card in their last league match before the end of the season, so he had affected him in this one. So that's why he couldn't play, and then the other guy is playing. So I think he's a good player. I watch him. The height needs a very good height. Obviously, the other boy standing in the midfield, and it's a very good call for him. But I'm just hoping. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but because of Antoine Semenyo, I'm just hoping that by the end of the game, they beat my 1-1. Semenyo will score.
Do you believe that Antoine Semenyo is going to get a goal? But now let's look at Liverpool's signings that they have made this particular season. They have brought a lot of good players, and one of them has contributed to them being one goal ahead in this particular moment. That is Hugo Ekitike, who was purchased from Frankfurt for well over 90 million euros. Liverpool are also in the market looking for Alexander Isak to also come and join in the fray. Now, these are the players that Liverpool have actually signed, and they have signed Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Giovanni Leoni, Georgi Mamadashvili, Armin Percy, Florian Wirtz, Freddie Woodman, and then Will Wright. These are the players that Liverpool have actually signed. Will Wright is an academy product, a very potent striker from Fulham. Freddie Woodman was also playing for Liverpool. He left and then has come back once again. Florian Wirtz, Armin Percy, Georgi Mamadashvili, the goalkeeper that they signed, a very, very interesting one. Very, very good Armenian international. He's a very top one. And we have Giovanni Leoni, who's also a defender by trade, and he can also play in midfield as well. Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, Hugo Ekitike. These are the signings that they have made. Giovanni Leoni was confirmed today. They signed him from Parma.
Yes, Nana, looking at these signings from Liverpool, it tells me one thing, that they wouldn't want to just have the idea about them that league they won last season was just a fluke. But then with the inclusion of these new players, I really know that with the likes of Giovanni Leoni and then their new goalkeeper, they are all backups, and then just to augment the squad. Most importantly, Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, they were already made product, and so the moment they joined, they fit into the system and started producing good results. I've said this thing on many platforms that Jeremy Frimpong is an advanced player or an upgrade of Alexander Arnold.
That's a very difficult one to take.
Yes, because for Alexander Arnold's trade or his mark that he left at Liverpool, you wouldn't miss him so much because they have Jeremy Frimpong. I know the exploit of Andy Robertson, but with the quality and the skill set Milos Kerkez is producing or giving, you wouldn't miss Andy Robertson at the left back. So as Florian Wirtz, that particular role, the number 10 role, I do understand that in their last season's campaign, they with their system and their formation,
they played without a number 10, a
typical number 10.
Yes.
But then throughout their preseason, they've been Ancelotti have been able to curate that particular room for Florian Wirtz to operate, and then that guy, his operation, and he's just fit into the team as though he's been with them for years. I'm just happy for this Liverpool team, and so Bournemouth, they should be ready. I know and I believe that 4 goals Besaba. It's either a 3-1 or probably a 3-2 win for Liverpool.
Let's hear your comments. Send your comments. Keep your comments coming in 0500500421. Let us know who you think will be the winner at the end of 90 minutes. Benito is predicted that 4 goals will come out of this particular game. And
I said 1-1.
Yes.
Semenyo will be scoring. So 1-1 by the close of the day. Inshallah.
Okay, now let's turn our attentions to the English Premier League, where other fixtures will come into play. And then now the round 1 of the Premier League, a lot of tough mouths watching fixtures that we have. We have Liverpool and Bournemouth currently going on at the moment. And then tomorrow we have Aston Villa versus Newcastle, Brighton versus Fulham, Sunderland versus West Ham, and we have Tottenham versus Burnley, Wolves versus Manchester City. These are the fixtures that are ongoing over there. Liverpool versus Bournemouth currently ongoing. Liverpool 1-0 ahead. Aston Villa versus Newcastle tomorrow, the 12:30 kickoff, the afternoon, the early kickoff. Usually it comes with upsets, but in this particular game, I don't think there will be an upset. Maybe an upset will be a 0-0 draw in this one. Brighton versus Fulham, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Sunderland, West Ham, Spurs, Burnley, and then Wolves, Manchester City. And then we turn to Sunday, where the big boys will be on show. We have Chelsea versus Crystal Palace in a London derby, where Southwest London faces off with their fellow London rivals. We have Manchester United at Old Trafford facing off against Arsenal. The Arsenal will be travelling away from London, Colney, and in and around its environs, all the way to Manchester to go and face the Red Devils, who will be playing at home. That will be an evening kickoff, a 4:30 evening kickoff, and then that on Monday we have the last fixture, which is Leeds playing against Everton. Everton have actually backed and beefed up their squad. Hopefully we'll see whether they'll be able to meet up. But let's run through the transfers that these top clubs have made. We've looked at Liverpool, and then let's look at Arsenal, who were second last season, and the title contenders as well. And Arsenal have brought in quite a lot of players. They've lost Thomas Partey and they've lost Jorginho. They've replaced those two players with Christian Norgard, and then they've replaced him as well with Martin Zubimendi. Yeah. They've brought on Noni Madueke. They've brought on quite a lot of
Christian
Mosquera from Valencia as well. These are very, very interesting and nice additions, and they've most importantly added to their goalkeeping department, where they were short after losing out on Neto from who came on loan from Bournemouth, but now they've replaced him with another Bournemouth goalkeeper, which is Kepa Arrizabalaga. But now when you look at the Arsenal team, the poster boy for their transfer window at the moment is a player that they bought from Sporting CP for 72 million when you add add-ons. That I'm talking about Victor Gyökeres. He's there to bang in the goals for Arsenal.
Yes.
Landlord.
Big commendation to Andrea Berta.
Yes.
Because I should say, I do not know if all these signings were by the recommendations of the head coach, or probably they sat and then developed that strategy. It was strategic signings. Because if you have Kepa Arrizabalaga as your backup goalkeeper to David Raya, it's a super one. They knew that one of their weakest links within last season's setup was a centre forward. At some point, you will see Gabriel Jesus operating. Unfortunately, he got injured. At some point, Kai Havertz to fill that role. But at this point in time, they've had a potent and a prolific centre forward in Victor Gyökeres. I'm not surprised that some of the Arsenal fans believe he's becoming the poster boy, because in about 2 seasons now, it has been the place Arsenal lacked so well. And so if you are coming into a team that lacked your profile and a player of your caliber, definitely with the Gyökeres, he would obviously become a poster boy for Arsenal. We are just hoping that he replicates his performance from Sporting CP into this Arsenal setup. And the moment you have Zubimendi, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice behind you, it is clear and obvious that goals in the Ebebasa.
Goals in the Ebebasa. Landlord, at the beginning of the season, we were talking about Arsenal lacking strikers. But then when you compare them at the moment to their title contenders, would you say Arsenal have the most potent front line in terms of having a number 9, the caliber of players that they have to play in the number 9 position? Would you say who in the top 6 when it comes to the English teams does have the best number 9 when it comes to the Premier League. We have Manchester United, who have Joshua Zexi. They have Benjamin Sesko. They have Rasmus Højlund. Those are 3 of their options. Now you look at Chelsea. They have João Pedro. They also have this young chap from Ryan Delap. Liam Delap. And then they also have Nicholas Jackson. These 3. When you look at Arsenal, when you look at Manchester City, right?
Yes.
They have Erling Haaland, and when Erling Haaland gets injured, you barely know who is coming. Maybe Mamouche will go in there, and maybe they'll play Foden as a false 9 or something. Yeah. But they do not have that replacement. When you come to Arsenal, right? Arsenal has Victor Gyökeres, and if he's not there, they have Kai Havertz. Yeah. If he's not available, they have Gabriel Jesus. So when you look at these options, Arsenal were thought not to have a striker, but now they have 3. Even Spurs. When you look at their options that they have Dominic Solanke. When he's not there, it looks as though the team is light. Richarlison, who is seen as a winger come striker, and nobody knows where he's going to play. So what are you thinking about in this?
I think what I'm thinking about is it's going to be very wonderful in the English Premier League this season, especially with the top 6. Now, for the Arsenal striker and Victor, I just see Haaland in him. And then, I mean, my problem as I sit here is if Arsenal players would deliver the ball to this guy, Arsenal would do wonders. The reason I'm saying this is he's a typical player like Haaland. You just look at the goal that he scored during the preseason from nowhere. Make sure, like, his ball control is not all that good, but when they give him the ball, the 9 will just deliver. So the likes of Martin Odegaard, the 100% he will deliver. The only problem I'm having right now in the Arsenal team is 2 players. Saka and this guy from Chelsea. Madueke. These are my only 2 problems. They are going to worry this Victor guy. Because before Saka will get the ball, he has to shove like 2 or 3 players before he will deliver to Victor. Madueke has him Korondemenka. He's a I don't want to use any word on him, but I'm just praying that Arsenal has a very good striker right now. Now look at what Haaland is doing at Man City when Kevin De Bruyne was there. When he gets the ball, when he raises his head up, Haaland, and he will deliver everything for us. So now I'm just hoping. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'll be very happy if Arsenal win the league this season. Not because of him, but because of Thomas Partey. So we're just hoping that they will deliver the ball to Victor and he will do justice to it.
Deliver the ball to Victor and he will do justice to it. Who do you think will win the English Premier League? It's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, United. I don't know. Let me just know who you think is going to win the English Premier League. Send us a message on WhatsApp. 0500500421 is the number to text, and then we'll be kind enough to read your messages for you. And our lesson attentions to another league, the league that actually a lot of people have eyes on because of Ballon d'Or conversations in terms of the second place position, if I can put it that way. A lot of people think that the Ballon d'Or is already a foregone conclusion and Dembele is going to win it. But Barca fans think otherwise. I'm talking about the La Liga. Let's turn attention to the La Liga, where this particular weekend is going to be fire and thorns at Benito.
Unfortunately, La Liga has become one of the leagues in the world that uses equipment. I should use that word. And then they have cameras and other stuff that should have propelled the name La Liga to the whole world. But I don't know how the English Premier League authorities does it. Today we had 2 La Liga games. But it's as though the English Premier League with just a game is making headlines. I do not know how the EP authorities does it, but all in all, let's see how things unfold. And Girona winning their first game is a wonderful mark for them because they won. They lost. They lost to Rayo Vallecano. Yes,
at home too.
At home, exactly. It was bad. They didn't end well within last season's campaign. They nearly went for relegation, but about the last 3 matches saved them. And so let's see how they overturn situations. But just Villa we also played after about 22 minutes, it's still 0-0. So we have 2 La Liga games ongoing. And then my only focus will be on Barca's game against Mallorca tomorrow. I will see how and they really dominated that game. I accept the fact that this WSG Tirol isn't a bigger team as compared to many of the clubs in the La Liga, but they emphatically won that game, showed dominance, and showed transitions and patterns that will be used within this season. Let's see how things unfold within the La Liga. All
right, let's see how things unfold this particular weekend. It's Alaves versus Levante. Athletic Bilbao Athletic Club against Sevilla, which is going to be an interesting one. Celta de Vigo against Getafe. Girona versus Rayo Vallecano. Espanyol versus Atletico de Madrid. Mallorca versus FC Barcelona. Elche versus Real Betis. Real Madrid. Los Blancos versus Osasuna. Valencia versus Real Sociedad. Villarreal versus Real Oviedo, which is actually happening at the moment. About some 20 minutes of play gone, with the scores being 0-0. And now let's go back to the transfers that we're talking about a little bit, because a lot of people are saying I didn't mention their clubs. A lot of messages are coming in as well. People are bringing in their options for who is going to win, their predictions, I should say, for who is going to win the next season. And this one is coming from Isaac. Isaac is saying Haaland shouldn't have been on the list. He ghosted the whole of season. I'm sure this is talking about the Ballon d'Or that we actually talked about the other time. And this one is saying, good evening, NY. I'm loving the show. In my opinion, Liverpool still have some signings to make, particularly in attack. They might need another player on the left side and a striker to strengthen their squad. They have a solid starting lineup, but their bench is no good. Kobe from Sotom. Kobe is also saying that my Premier League top 5 this season is number 1 Manchester United, interesting, 2 Chelsea, 3 Liverpool, 4 Arsenal, 5 Manchester City. This is coming from Prosper from Ministries. This is what Prosper is saying. We'll talk about that. This one is also coming in. This one says, Clog TV are the best sports station. I'm Sadiq texting you live from Sakumona Estate. Chelsea will win this year's EPL. Greetings to my love, Felicia inside Lashibi FM, and also to Clement inside Lashibi NDC. This is coming from Sadiq, yes, Sadiq from Sakumona Estate. So Sadiq says he keeps watching us. Sadiq, thanks for keeping the fire coming on Clog Sports. And these are some of the signings that I said we were going to talk about before you take out the messages. Now, we've seen the clubs. We've seen Manchester. We've seen Arsenal. We've seen Liverpool. Now let's turn attention to the other title rivals. Now let's go to Chelsea. Chelsea, these are their incomings. Liam Delap, Daruso Esugo, Estevao, Jamie Gittins, Jerome Heto, Joao Pedro, Kendry Paez, Mike Pendes, Mamadou Sarr, Jesse Derry, Ken Best. Some of these players, I'm not sure we've seen them or they've been in the news. And then now let's turn our attentions as well and go to Manchester City, where we have quite interesting names. They have James Trafford, goalkeeper, signed to their clubs via Nepan, an interesting attacking midfielder who can actually fit in the De Bruyne role. We have Ryan Cherki, Marcus Bettinelli, another goalkeeper. Tijani Reinders, very the poster boy for their transfer season. Nico Gonzalez, Juma Ba, Christian McFarlane, Omar Mamouche, Victor Rees. Victor Rees is one to watch as well. Abdul Kodir Kuzanov, that's coming from January, but being confirmed, and this particular one. And now we turn our attentions to Manchester United, and for their league finish the other season, the previous season, last season, we would have thought that they would have signed everybody they could. If they even see you on the road, they sign you to Manchester United to come and help them. But they've signed the fewest players of all the clubs that we've mentioned so far. They've signed Matheus Cunha, Enzo Canabic, Diego Leon, Brian Mbuemo, and Benjamin Sesko. Do you think that these signings are enough? Rate the transfer signings from each club. Just 1 minute.
Yes, I'll still rate Arsenal as so far the best club to have made signings in the English Premier League. Yes, because looking at their signings, it's as though they are all already made products that are ready to just hit the ground running, unlike the other teams. their signings, as you really said, that particular team in Man City and other stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they are now coming to groom some players into the scene.
Yeah.
But with the signings of Arsenal, you already made product.
They are here to make impact
exactly,
immediate.
yes, with immediate impact. So I'll still rate Arsenal 1. It is as if I knew their signings and then I predicted that after Mikel Arteta's 6th season, I'm fast in GP on it. Most especially with these signings, we've seen the exploits from their respective clubs before joining Arsenal. I do understand that some players can perform elsewhere, but when they join their new size, their performances become something. Yes. But with these signings, all things being equal, if Mikel Arteta places second, Charlie,
who's sacking him? Sacking him.
So quickly run through the clubs. Number 1 is Arsenal. Number 2 is?
Number 2 will be Manchester United.
Okay,
yes.
Number 3?
Number 3 will be Man City.
Yes, Chelsea is not coming in still.
Chelsea, number 4.
Number 5?
Number 5. Which one did you talk about again?
We talked about Spurs as well.
Yes, probably number 5, Tottenham was.
Tottenham. To be in your top 5. Look at what they did.
No, Liverpool as well.
We are talking about their
transfer
signings.
Okay, I thought you said your top 5.
Not top 5 on the league logo.
Okay, so now that we are here, quickly, I'll come to you again, but keep your top 5 in your mind, or your top 5, your top 6 in your mind.
On the league.
For player positions, that is. So, Landlord, rate the transfers quickly, just 2 seconds.
I think I'll go for Arsenal.
Number 2.
Chelsea.
3.
Tottenham.
4.
United.
5.
5 is Man City.
Okay, cool. Now let me hear your top 5 in the Premier League in that order.
It's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2, Man City 3, Chelsea 4, then Newcastle 5.
Landlord, yes.
I just want to be biased. I'll go for Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2.
So he's a Chelsea fan. We knew it.
No, I'm a Barcelona fan, but I'm just being biased.
Yes.
Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2, United 3, Liverpool 4, City 5.
Okay, that's interesting there. Your last words, because our time is fast spent. I'm being beaten to end the show at this particular time. Landlord.
All right, now, so my final words, thank God it's Friday. We still want to say sorry to the family of the bereaved that lost their life last week, Wednesday. But tomorrow, let me say congratulations to my fellow students who finished school today. So tomorrow, all of us are meeting at how do you call it? Ocean Beach Resort. Ocean Beach Resort. There's a vibration pool party. So all of us tomorrow, exactly 2 p.m., we are meeting at Ocean Beach Resort around Kwale Bunyana. It's just 50 cedis. Pool party. You get free food, free bars from campus. So come, let's have fun together. Charlie, 3 years is not easy. No, 3 years has not been easy. So come, vibration pool party tomorrow. Ocean Beach Resort. 50 cedis, free food, free. Everything is free. So Dual is sponsoring us with something loyalty. So God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow at Ocean Beach Resort.
Okay, we'll see them tomorrow. I don't think, we'll see them tomorrow. That's what I can say. But before you come on, let me just come in and say, Clutch Points, actually, they are only active players. A little bit of NBA information for you that are sitting at home. The only active players with a 100% Hall of Fame probability in the NBA is LeBron James, number 1, Kevin Durant, number 2, Chris Paul, number 3, and Steph Curry, number 4. This is the 100% Hall of Famers, the probability. And now this is how we are wrapping up sports on Clog Sports. A lot of things to discuss. It's quite unfortunate time has gone too soon. They say time flies when you're having fun. This is how we wrap up Clog Sports today. We'll see you on Monday, same time. And then you join us and we'll be having fun in the studio once again. It's a wrap today at Ivadechi. We'll see you.